welcome to another amazing D-Link video. Today we are in my house and we are going to be testing a new range of D-Link's 5G hotspots and routers. It's very exciting. And these work in the house and outside. So we're going to start here and then we're going to take you outside.
One of the most important things is to find out which mobile operators give you the best 5G signal in your area. And we're going to hand over to Alan and he'll tell you how.
So if you just pop into your favoured search engine and do a search for a term like 5G SIM checker, I'm using in this case, you'll see that it comes up with a range of options. We're going to use 5g.co.uk here. And once you click on the website, you simply enter your postcode into the postcode checker, click check coverage, and it will come up with the 5G signals that are currently within your particular postcode. So if you see here, you can see the primary carriers. So you've got Vodafone, you've got EE, and then the secondary carriers underneath here. So Asda, Voxy, these other guys all piggyback off of the Vodafone network. So Vodafone and EE both coming up with excellent 5G signals in this postcode. O2 and 3 are coming up as patchy. As you can imagine, we here at D-Link, we are completely SIM card neutral, and we would advise that in other postcodes you would get completely different results. So hence the need to check within your local area. So if we click on a Vodafone here to look in a little bit more detail, I will have to enter the postcode again. There we go. And then have a look at the mobile signal here. So if I click over to 5G on the map, you can see good 5G indoors and outdoors on the Vodafone network, which is great. And then if I go back to have another check on the, let's have a look at the EE network this time. So again, view the map, re-enter the postcode, E, check coverage, and have a look at the map here. You can see that EE lists the coverage within this area as great coverage outdoors and good coverage indoors. So we'd recommend that for your postcode, simply use a tool like 5g.co.uk coverage checker or any other one on Google. Find out who provides the best 5G signal, the strongest 5G signal in your area, before you pick a SIM card, because that will be vital in order to ensure that you get the fastest 5G speeds possible. Thanks. Now let's hand back over to the filming team in London.
Hi, gang.
Hey, where have you been? God, jeez.
5G testing.
5G testing, okay.
Yeah. G572, we're going to talk about that today. So basically we've set the G572 up. So I'm going to do a live demo of the speed that I'm picking up indoors on the 5G signal.
Great.
And Phil and Sophie are going to talk a little bit more about the specs of the router while I run the speed test, which will pop up on the screen in a second.
Okay, great. What I want to know is, first of all, why is it important to check the speeds? How do you check the speeds? And what will that then indicate?
So different operators will have different coverage across the whole of the UK, and depending on where you are, you will get different performances depending on the operator, and they can differ quite a lot. It's always good to check online, because there are websites that you can go on to check the 5G coverage of a particular operator in your area.
Okay.
Obviously the better the coverage, the more likelihood that you're going to get a faster 5G speed.
Okay,
Yeah.
Fantastic. And how does it work for Wi-Fi 7?
Because 5G is already, providing theoretical speeds of multi-gigabit speeds. Wi-Fi 7, as well as the 2.5 gigabit Ethernet ports on the G572, allows you to basically maximize your internet speed.
That's fantastic, actually.
So that's not bottlenecked by either the Wi-Fi or the Ethernet.
Oh, that's great to know. Okay, great.
So the speed test is just complete. which is great because we'll see 5G in action here. And on the SIM card, we have picked up 174.61, which is pretty good speed for 5G indoors.
Yeah, for real life usage,
I was going to say, for the normal people out there who aren't particularly technical, what does that actually mean?
Well, 174
what's
megs.
Good, what's bad?
Well, it's the normal broadband speed would be around 67 to 70 in a normal household. Dropping down as per the distance you are away from your local telephone exchange. So you might run a speed test and we get about 50 meg.
Right.
So what we're talking about with this portable 5G signal is we're talking about 170. So over 3.5 times the speed of your home broadband, and with most 5G SIM cards costing around £20 to £25. It's a very similar cost to your home broadband with 3 times the speed. And as you said earlier, Sophie, what we're going to do in the second part of the video is we're going to show you the real super 5G speeds, because we're going to go outdoors.
I know, I'm so excited.
5G speeds are very dependent on line of sight. So the closer you can be to the antenna, the clearer the line of sight you have to your local 5G receptor, the better speed you'll get. So we should see speeds beating that when we get down to the park.
And we know that we need better speeds these days because we have multiple devices up to, well, I mean, every household has anything from 10 to 50 devices perhaps connected to a...
Potentially, you think about watches, you think about washing machines, dishwashers, they're all Bluetooth, they're all on the Wi-Fi system now, they will all sit idle on your 2.4 gigabits frequency, but the router and the device you have has to have enough capacity in order to have all those connections run at one time, even if they're idle. So in this case, we have plenty of capacity on the G572, more than enough capacity to run an entire house of devices.
Fantastic.
And coming down the line, we don't have it yet, but there will be an extender for it.
Oh, great. So the bigger the house, so the kids upstairs, teenagers streaming, blah, 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 blah.
So grab yourself the main unit and then you can buy an extender if you've got 2 floors. Luckily, Sophie is only across one floor here, so that will provide more than enough coverage for this ground floor flat.
I love it. So great, so good.
The other thing about 5G as compared to wired internet is that, as operators look to upgrade their infrastructure and also the coverage, it's very likely that you will get faster and faster speed as the years go along.
Which is great.
And it's very difficult for wired broadband internet providers to upgrade their infrastructure to give you a faster speed.
That's a really good point.
It's something that, you get, I guess you can say, investing into the future.
Well, it's taken out of your hands because at the moment my exchange has been upgraded, but they haven't put the unit in my block of flats, so they have to put a specific unit so we can all upgrade to gigabit, and we're waiting patiently for that upgrade to happen. So I could get better speeds on the 5G, especially outdoors at home, as opposed to waiting for that. Great stopgap, and plus most SIM card guys, most SIM card providers will do a 30-day deal.
I was going to say that.
You can have a rolling contract.
It's so cost effective.
It's very cost effective. So 5G is a real solution to getting more speed as a stopgap until you get gigabit, but it's also a solution for the long term.
Advancement without the price tag.
Yes, 100%.
And also flexibility. If you're renting or a student moving around, you don't need to cancel your contract. You can just basically
take the device with you.
That is such a good point. Students know that. Good idea. Pick
up the device and take it with you. Don't forget the plug, because it won't work without the plug. But
unless you
go for one of the other products.
So now we've covered that, we're going to see you in the park. Woohoo! Hello, and here we are in this fabulous park today, in this lovely park in London.
Unfortunately, we don't have the sunshine, but it's not too bad.
We don't need the sunshine today because what we have got is 2 amazing hotspots, which means that you can get internet anywhere. Phil, what have we got?
So we have 2 mobile 5G hotspots here. One is the DBR-330-G and one is the F518. This is a mobile VPN router and this is a 5G hotspot. Both of them are battery powered, so we can basically take them with you anywhere to connect to share 5G connection with all your devices.
Yee-hoo.
So I'm going to quickly turn them on for Alan to connect to, and then he will then you know,
Run a speed test.
Run a
I'll
speed
quick
test to
speed test.
see how they perform.
Cool.
I'll give you a shout when it's ready.
Yeah, go ahead. Can I just say something really quickly here? It's very important. Anybody who's like a remote worker like me and likes to like move about with their computer and work anywhere, and sometimes doesn't always want to be in a Wi-Fi cafe or in a collaborative workspace. I often want to be outdoors and working with my laptop, especially when I can see because it's not sunny.
Yeah.
These are amazing. So anyone who's remote, nomadic, this is the
Not to steal Sophie's thunder, but as the DBR-330-G is also a VPN router, if you're accessing business data, it's routed through that's got a built-in VPN.
Oh, that's
so
amazing.
that adds an extra layer of protection for your
That's
data.
really
so
cool,
an
isn't it?
extra
That's really
an extra added
good.
device of this, because it's, as Phil said, it's a travel router.
Yes.
So that again can be done on a holiday.
Woohoo!
Right, so Phil, I've just connected to the network and I'm going to run the speed test.
Ooh, the
And
moment
I'll-
of truth.
I'll share the results in if you just give it two
Oh,
seconds. here.
oh, that's good.
So that's not bad at all. So I've just connected to the DBR-330, and I've managed to get myself 164.65. If you look down in the bottom corner, either there or there, you'll probably see the speed test live and updating itself.
Which I think is really important to just say, Alan, can you just
We're in the middle of a
explain
park, and
that
yeah.
we're in the middle of a park, there's a lot of trees, there's a lot of wind, things are happening,
cloudy.
it's busy. Why is this a good speed? And how quickly will somebody actually be able to work?
Well, as we said previously, the average broadband speed at home, if you haven't got gigabit, is about 50 meg.
Oh my
So you're
gosh.
basically we're getting almost
Over
Three
three
times
times.
the same
that.
score as
Three
what we
times.
did in the middle of a park, with trees, with winds, with unideal conditions.
amazing.
So you could basically sit here and upload a YouTube video to your channel for
Yeah.
3.5 times the speed of doing it at home
So good.
from the park.
How amazing is that? I love it.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
So
So these are
Phil's-
available now in
Phil's going to do the F518.
Oh,
I'm
we're
going to
doing-
connect to
sorry,
that
yeah.
before we quickly move on.
before we talk money.
Before we talk money, yes, but we like to talk money.
So Alan's now testing the speed test on the F518.
F518.
Which is the more entry level, but you can see that it's still giving a very good 5G speed of over 100 megs. So
Wow.
Yep. So the test results have just come in, and
Drum roll, please.
slightly lower than the DBR-330. You'll notice the interface is slightly different. This is on the iPhone.
Is that because it's entry level, so it doesn't get quite as good as the other one?
This isn't quite as good as the other one.
But still
not
double
quite
what
as
you get at
strong,
home if you had a normal broadband.
but still a very good result for a budget device. So
Oh, amazing. What are we talking about?
Mission Park is a success.
Mission Park is exact, but we need to know how much and where and when we can get these, because this is great. And actually,
Well,
What are we looking at?
we're in a state of flux with these at the moment, but they are coming very soon with regards to pricing. We're having a pricing review.
Okay.
At the moment, the F518 will come in around £175, but we expect that to be lower by the time of release date.
I think
And
that's-
for the DBR-330-G, we're looking around October, November time. We're looking at about £300, but again,
I think that's cheap for the price of freedom.
well, yes.
Let's be honest.
Yes.
Freedom of the office, freedom of the house, freedom of the boring places to work with other people. You're free. Freedom.
Yeah, that might be going a little bit too far, but if it sells dealing to you, then I'm all for it.
Woohoo!
So
Thank you. Thank you again for being with us for one another. That's these amazing creative videos that we love to do. Sun's
and
out.
now the sun's come out.
We're happy. Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you again on the next one. Like and subscribe.